What's up my people, my name is Spicey and today we are reading Entitled Mother tries to steal my food and makes the biggest mistake of her life. She insulted my little sister. Entitled Parents demand I let their son use my iPhone to watch videos. And finally, Entitled Dad demands my PC. But before we get into the first story, remember to send your submissions if you want to do the PRAAAAAA in my next video. Now, congratulations Curiosity for the comment of the day. And everyone leave a fire emoji in the comments if you think the video is fire. PRAAAAAA. Entitled Mother tries to steal my food and make the biggest mistake of her life. She insulted my little sister. It happened 3 days ago. Me, my mom and my little sister were at the mall. It was around noon and we have not had lunch yet, so my mom gave me some money to buy myself and my sister some McDonald's. It all goes smooth. We order, we get our food, sit at the table and start eating. After a minute or two, my sister notices that the employees forgot to put a toy in her Happy Meal. I say that I will go get it. I get up, get the receipt for the food and approach the employee to tell her about the missing toy. I thought this might happen. It was a busy day and the employee seemed a bit overwhelmed. Her table was close by so I could constantly observe my sister while asking for the toy. As the employee hands me the toy, I notice a woman approaching the table. She started talking to my sister. Now, my sister is around 9 as of now and does not know how to deal with strangers. So I feel the need to intervene. I grab the toy and walk back up to her table. Me is me, LS is the little sister, EM is the entitled mother, and BK is the mother's kid, and M the mama bear. Hello? You want anything? The entitled mother turns to me. What? Are you this girl's father? I understand where she could get that from. Many people already told me I look like an adult. I was thinking, maybe you can spare us some food? Excuse me? Yeah, my son has not eaten in several hours. He had to go to the doctor and could not eat anything for the entire day. So just order some food? But the line is too long. So, it's really not my problem. Leave me alone, lady. After that, I sit down and try to grab my sandwich. Before I feel something smack me in the back of the head. What the hell? I turned around and it's not older than the entitled mother. Furious, I stand up and look at her. I am much taller than she is, probably around 15 to 20 centimeters. But even though I tower above her, she doesn't seem to be scared. What is your problem, lady? Leave me alone. Nobody would talk to me like that. Just give me the damn food already. No, I paid for it and I'm gonna eat it. You shall not eat it, both of you are fat enough as it is. After she said that, my sister just looked at her with a sad look. Before we proceed, you should know one thing. I know damn well that I'm fat. 185 centimeters, around 6 feet 1 I think, and weighed 117 kilograms. 257 pounds is not exactly very slim. I tend to get self-conscious about that, but not too much. My sister, on the other hand, is not fat at all, but does not take well to critique of any kind. I know it is not good either, but both me and my parents are trying to get rid of this behavior. What did you just say? I said that the two of you are fat. I decided to cut her off by snapping my fingers in front of her face. Now shut up and listen to me, you ugly woman. But no, I come a step closer and try my hardest to look intimidating. Listen here, you piece of trash. You may insult me how much the F you want. I don't give a damn about you. But if you insult my sister one more damn time, I swear on God that I'm not gonna let you walk away in peace. Did I make myself clear? The entitled mother is visibly shocked and a bit intimidated. How old are you? Call your mother this instant. After that, I smiled a bit. If you read my previous story, you know that the mama bear will protect me and my sister relentlessly. This woman just dug her own damn grave. I called my mother and told her to come to us, as we're having some trouble. After the call has ended, the entitled mother started ranting about how we are both screwed and stuff. Little did she know, I turned on the audio recorder. I know that it might not be exactly legal and stuff, but I needed proof in case she tried to pull off some BS about assault. When my mom arrived, she asked what happened. The entitled mother instantly went on a rant about how I am an insolent brat, that I called her a ugly woman for no reason, etc, etc. You get the idea. My mom just turns to me.
Is this all true?
No, it is not. This blondie ugly woman. I don't swear in front of my mother this much, but I was furious at the time. She tried to steal her food. Not only that, I think she waited exactly for the moment that my little sister was alone. I told her about the Happy Meal toy incident, then proceeded to call me and my little sister fat. I thought that the entitled mother would make a comment along the lines of, "Because you are fat," but she decided to stay quiet and not blow the cover. Clever. My mom just turns to my sister and asks,
Little sister, is that true?
Yes. She stutters a bit. She was shocked because all of the ruckus. After that single word, my mom turns to entitled mother and goes effing ballistic on her. I am not gonna write the whole conversation because I had other stuff to do and did not pay much attention. I wanted to be a petty little boy and decided to buy the kid some fries. I go up to him. He was 1 meter behind the entitled mother, so I could talk to him without worrying about her. "Hey kiddo, want some fries?" "Yes!" "Okay then, wait a few minutes." I get up, go up to the register and order some small fries. It did not take long for the order to be given to me. Then I went up to the kid, kneeled in front of him and handing him the fries. "There you go, kiddo. Enjoy." "Thank you, mister." I just smile and walk away to comfort my little sister. After about 3 minutes of hearing the word bad woman around 3 times a second, the entitled mother finally gives in to my mother's wrath. She angrily backs out and starts to walk away. While we sit, I watch as she notices her son eating fries. "What is that? Where did you get those?" "The nice master bought them for me." She looks back at me in anger, but I just put on a nice grin. Then I proceed to wave at her in the most sassy way imaginable with one hand and give her the finger with the other. I can see that she wants to be mad, but is somehow afraid of my mom, so she just turned around and left the mall. Even though this was a very unpleasant incident, I felt like an absolute winner. And for this week, we have Mama Bear fighting Karen. She came in and destroyed her. I am also glad the brother took her defense. He could have been scared or didn't know what to say, but he just stood up and tried to do something. He stood up for himself and for his sister. He was strong enough to not let this Karen bully them. So I am proud of you and I am proud of Mama Bear. But do you know how I can be proud of you? If you like this video and subscribe. Now let's get into the next story of this parent demanding to use someone's phone. Entitled Dad Demands My PC. Hey guys, how y'all doing? This is my first ever post on this subreddit and I'm just saying my English is not really the best, so you can laugh at me as much as you want. Well, I'm not going to laugh at you boy, people are already laughing about me, so welcome to the club. Now for the cast. EM for the entitled mom, ED for the entitled dad, EK for the entitled kid, me is me, mom is my mom. This story took place yesterday. Yesterday, the friends of my mom were coming over to visit us. We are only expecting the entitled mother, but at the end, the whole entire family came over. But we don't say anything about it. I am kind of antisocial, socially awkward, or whatever you want to call it. So I just went downstairs to the living room and just said hello and asking them some questions about life and how they met with my mom, etc. Then I went back up in my room. I hear a loud bang on my door. I had my door locked because I always do for some reason. I don't even understand myself. And I go over there as fast as I can, thinking it's my mom about to scream at me about I did this thing. As soon as I opened the door, a really small goblin, which I did not see when I was in the living room, and I did not even know there was a kid in the house. Then he starts trying to pull my RGB mouse and RGB keyboard. Now finally, and sorry, here begins the actual conversation. "What are you doing and can you stop? I want this thing, it is glowing in rainbow." "Well, I'm sorry kid, but I can't give it to you." "Give me your keyboard now!" Then the entitled kid storms off to his mom. You know guys, the typical stories of entitled kids and entitled moms, but anyways. My mom and the entitled mother come to my room. What happened? Why is the entitled kid crying and screaming? He was trying to pull my keyboard and almost breaking the cable. That did not happen. My little angel will never ever do that. You're such a liar. Son, please tell us what really happened because I know the entitled kid and he will not do that. I just told you what really happened. Apparently, the entitled kid was supposed to be on the living room, but he was overhearing our conversation. So he literally is running as fast as he can and almost falls down. That's not true! You stole this rainbow thing from me! Everyone already realized what was going on. Oh, so you stole this from us. Okay. She comes up to me and I was seated down on my chair and she literally pushes my chair and me into the wall with such force I almost hit my head in the wall. The entitled mother legit starts pulling and pulling and pulling my peripherals. She almost even took down my monitor. I started fighting her with nail and tooth because I paid for that stuff. And my mom is just watching us doing what we're doing. Legit, she's not doing anything at all. And I can hear the entitled kid just laughing in the background. Then she stops finally. My mouse now disconnects sometimes randomly because of course cables are kinda broken. But good lord, my keyboard is fine. It is a Corsair K70 RGB rapid fire. That thing costs 200 euros in Germany, around $220, I'm not sure. And I tell her to get out of my room. She gets out really easy and without any problems. I lock my door and I hear the little goblin banging at my door. I'm, of course, not opening. I hear legit effing police sirens outside my house. I get out of my room and the entitled kid, entitled mom, and the entitled dad are not in the house, but outside with the police. They tried to call the cops on us and say that we stole their things. Now, I don't think that's how law works here in Germany, or maybe I misunderstood what was going on, and maybe they called the police and they said something else. My mom never told me why they did actually call. No one came in my room luckily, but I overhear something that we stole from them or whatever, I don't care to be honest. Then today, the entitled dad and entitled mom arrive at our house without the kid, luckily.
So, when are you gonna give us your PC?
What do you mean? Your little goblin and your wife were trying to snatch my peripherals yesterday and even break my mouse.
Well, I don't care. I demand your PC right now, or else we're calling the cops again.
Do whatever you want now, get out of my room. He gets out, but I don't hear any cops coming to our house. The entitled dad and the entitled moms were talking with my mother about what happened yesterday. I am just guessing they just forgot about it or talked it out, I don't know. So that's it? When we want something in someone's house, we just have to start screaming and call the cops? You know what? This seems like a good idea actually. So listen to me carefully. You better subscribe to the channel and like this video, otherwise I'll call the cops and I will start screaming. Did it work? Like, I don't know, did it work? Did you actually subscribe and like this video? Or even better, did you leave a fire emoji in the comments? Well, I need to publish this video first to actually see it. But you can be sure that I will call the cops if you did not. Entitled parents demand I let their son use my iPhone to watch videos. This incident occurred a couple days back while I was waiting for my flight to Hanoi. Now for the cast: EM, the entitled mom; ED, the entitled dad; MD for my dad; S for the entitled mother's and entitled dad's son. He was okay. I am using my iPhone while waiting at gate watching TED 2. The son sits beside me and watches videos with me. I did not mind because he was not bothering me. Excuse you? How could you let my darling son watch such offensive movie? Let him use your phone to choose an appropriate video. Excuse me?
You heard my wife. She said let my son use your phone to watch an appropriate video for his age.
Why should I? It's my phone, and I believe I have the right to choose not to let your son use my phone as it is my property. How dare you? Talking back to adults like that, I wonder what kind of parents raised you up. Yeah, I'm Asian and apparently she thought that would work. Well, I was raised up by a wonderful mom and dad who are not entitled persons like you and your husbands are.
How dare you talk to my wife like that? Apologize now.
Sir, I'm sorry, but I refuse to apologize to your wife. I don't think I did anything wrong for just stating facts. The dad glares at me. Call your parents over here, I would like to speak to them. Sure. I smile and I call my dad over. The entitled mom to my dad. How have you raised such a spoiled brat? Huh? Why not I let your son explain? Dad, I was just watching my movie when this woman and her husband demanded that I let their son use my phone to watch shows. When I said no, they just started scolding me and insulting me, so I just defended myself. I see. I'd like to ask you to ask your son to let my son use his phone. Excuse you, what gives you the right to force my son to let your son use my son's property? Should not Asian children listen to adults? Sorry ma'am, but I was not raised in Asian culture. Where I was raised, we only listen to respectable authority and entitled parents, and pricks like you are not respectable, nor an authority in my life.
Look at what your son did, talking back to my wife like that. Aren't you going to do anything?
I don't see anything wrong. So back off from my son before I call on airport security for harassment. The entitled mom and the entitled dad storms off, fuming mad. Oh well, why can I say that I'm not surprised? Karen's and Karen's husband wanted to use someone's property because, well, they deserve it. And their poor son is in the middle of this. And that sucks because he might think that all of this is happening because of him. And what do you think will happen afterwards? They will continue to insult them and talk bad about them in front of their son. And he will be able to visibly see that they are angry towards someone else. And he's a kid, so he will think that all of this is because of him. So shame on you, parents. I wish I had an opportunity to kick both of you.